So yesterday, Donald Trump had retweeted an incredibly racist graphic, right, that appeared to be from a neo-Nazi or a neo-Nazi affiliated group. Now, it also happened to be incredibly inaccurate. Now, is anyone really not surprised? Well, I'm not. And neither was Twitter. And actually, they pushed back against that and against him. Now, so in the aftermath of all this pushback he's received, Trump decided to go on Fox News with Bill O'Reilly. And Bill O'Reilly has decided also to confront him about that tweet. Let's take a listen to this.
Are you aware that the liberal media and the Democratic Party in general trying to paint you as a racist? Are you aware of that?
I think so, but I think people know better than that. I'm probably the least racist person on earth.
Well, I've known you a long time, and
I
I never saw any racism from you. However, when you tweet out a thing, and this bothered me, I got to tell you, you tweeted out that whites killed by blacks, these were statistics you picked up from somewhere, at a rate of 81%. And that's totally wrong. Whites killed by blacks is 15%. Yet you tweeted it was 81%. Now,
Bill, I didn't tweet. I retweeted somebody that was supposedly an expert,
but you don't
and it was also a radio show.
Why do you want to be in that zone?
Hey, Bill, am I going to check every statistic? I've got millions and millions of people.
You got it. You're a presidential contender. You got to check it.
I have millions of people. You know what? Fine. But this came out of radio shows and everything else.
Oh, come on,
All
radio
it was is a retweet. I didn't say. Excuse me. All it was is a retweet. It wasn't from me, and it did. It came out of a radio show and other places.
All right, I'm about the least racist person in America. Trump actually said that. I swear that needs to be an epitaph right next to his failed campaign. I could see it right now. Donald Trump, the least racist man in America. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Really? So, all right, on to the substance, right? So, Bill O'Reilly said, do you want to be in that zone? Really? You're supposed to check the tweets. Trump says, I retweeted an expert. He's supposed to be an expert. No, he's a random guy on Twitter. If that makes him an expert, then apparently everyone's an expert. Everyone who has access to a computer or a smartphone is a fucking expert. Really. And his defense was even worse. What am I going to do? Am I going to check every single I got millions and millions of people. Are you going to check? Well, actually, yes. You should check. You should. But okay, look. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. You could get into the idea that retweeting something isn't necessarily an endorsement of that idea, right? I know, like Twitter, there's like Twitter etiquette, right? And sometimes I see a lot of people in their profiles, they say retweets are not endorsements. I get it. Sometimes I retweet or have retweeted criticism. And that's fair. Doesn't mean I agree with it. So even when you approach it on that level, with that truth in mind, you still have to look at this, the case of Donald Trump. When you listen to his rhetoric on things like Black Lives Matter, right? As well as his rhetoric on Latinos. And the idea that he was completely cool with a protester. Just recently, the news came out where a protester was beat up at a Trump rally. Trump was cool with it. He said he had it coming. And there was another guy that got dragged out of a protest. A Latino protester that actually got spit in his face. All with Trump's blessing. Oh, but sometimes my fans are a little overzealous. They're passionate. Oh, they were passionate when they beat up a homeless Latino man and pissed on him. Oh, they're just a little bit passionate. What can I do? And that black guy, well, what he was doing was absolutely disgusting. It was disgusting. He had it coming. He was one of those violent black people. Oh, Jesus. All that seems like, I don't know, kind of an endorsement. And as you saw, Donald Trump doubled down. Hey, man, I guess it was wrong, but you know what? I got sent to me by an expert. And I heard it on a radio show somewhere. Oh yeah, a radio show. Interesting. Interesting. But see, here's the thing. When you're dealing with Donald Trump, you're not dealing with facts. It's not about facts when dealing with Trump. And to a lesser extent, O'Reilly. And this meme, it kind of fits with the narrative that O'Reilly puts out every day of blacks are violent. It's a culture. They got a culture problem. If they were just to fix their culture and bring back black fathers, you know, to teach the black kids respect, well, then everything would be fixed, right? Well, you know why there's black on black crime, right? It's the same reason there's white on white crime. We generally tend to live in homogeneous neighborhoods. You live around old white people, there's more of a chance of you, I don't know, perpetuating a crime on another white person. It's just because of who's available. The same in the black community. You're more likely to commit crimes in your own neighborhood, your area, right? So there's that fact. So pointing out black on black crime and white on white crime, well, it's sort of a, I guess you would call it a red herring. It's one of those things that's just sort of like, okay, and, oh, but Chicago. Lots of violence and shootings in Chicago. There is a problem in Chicago. I get that. Well, you know why black people are mostly the victims? There's a lot of black people in Chicago. I'm just saying. Now, here's where I do agree with O'Reilly. Check your facts, man. Oh, if only O'Reilly would do that more often. Check your facts. Now, if you're an internet troll or some random dude on Twitter, nobody expects you to fact check. Nobody. But if you're running for the highest office in the land, well, we expect you to at least, maybe if you see something like that, spend about 5 minutes Googling stats. At the very least. Any jackass that does that Googles something, could find out that the, quote, Crime Statistics Bureau of San Francisco, which is quoted on that graphic, it's not even a real thing. It doesn't exist. It's a lie. It's a fabrication. It's a fake. It doesn't exist. You could find that out with a really quick Google search. It's not like this is 1980. We're not in the 80s anymore, okay? You can actually fact check stats in real time. It's called the internet. You can find facts if you search for them. If you're too lazy to do that, then maybe you shouldn't be running for president. If it takes you too much effort to Google a fucking stat, or does this crime bureau statistic actually, or Crime Statistic Bureau of San Francisco, does this thing actually fucking exist? No? Oh, well, I guess I shouldn't retweet it then. Anyway. So here's the thing about this segment. You see, O'Reilly isn't generally concerned about the facts because they fit his narrative. Now, if you want some proof of that, well, let's take a look at some more of that exchange.
You know I'm looking out for you, right? You know that? Yeah, I'm looking out for you. I look out for every honest politician. I don't care what party they're in. Don't do this. Don't put your name on stuff like this, because it makes the other side, it gives them stuff to tell the ill-informed voter that you're a racist. I mean, you just hand them the platter.
And that's it. That's what it's all about. It's not about the truth. It's not about facts. It's obviously about, I mean, Bill O'Reilly wants to present himself as someone who's fair and balanced, right? Well, he can't do that in this situation. This is so blatant that even Bill O'Reilly can't defend it. Now he says, "Oh, well, don't do that. Don't give them ammunition. Don't give them ammunition." He's not saying that Trump is a racist, which he almost certainly seems to be. No, what he's concerned about is giving the liberal media ammo to not just paint Trump, but the entire conservative movement or the Republican Party as racist. This is about perception. This is not about Bill O'Reilly trying to be the arbiter of somebody who's correct, who's factually correct, and actually correcting someone who made a mistake. No, this is about trying to protect the brand. This is about protecting the Republican brand. And I got news for you, O'Reilly. Donald Trump doesn't give two fucks about the Republican brand. He'll betray it as soon as it stops being useful to him. You saw some of the reports recently where Donald Trump said, hey man, if the GOP is not going to treat me fairly, I will leave. I'll run it as independent. You don't think that he'll dump the GOP as soon as they stop sucking up to him? Oh, he definitely will. He definitely will. And of that, it's going to be a spectacular meltdown if and when that happens. I would say allowing Trump into the party in the first place is probably what has led them to this situation now. And it's probably going to lead them to be the death knell of the Republican brand as a whole. And I can't say that I feel too bad about it.